Hey, what's going on, wrestling fans? We're back with another wrestling collection video. Hope you're enjoying these if you're at all a wrestling fan. No particular order, so yeah, let's just get into this. What a way to start. First up, we have Ric Flair and the Four Horsemen. One of my absolute favorite wrestling DVDs. So much respect for the Four Horsemen. There have been many, but the original's where it's at. So much goodies on here. Don't feel like taking that out, but definitely if you're an old school wrestling fan, this is definitely a must for wrestling enthusiasts for sure. That is Ric Flair and the Four Horsemen. Up next, we have Mr. Perfect, The Life and Times of Mr. Perfect. Curt Hennig was such an amazing wrestler and a human being. Really was a tragic loss, losing him. The Rap is Crap music video, remember that? So many great moments. I think he deserved maybe a 3-discer, but hey, better than nothing. He was such an amazing and very technical wrestler. Some of the matches him and Ric Flair had were just wrestling clinics. And up next we have Heart and Soul, the Hart Family Anthology. Such an amazing DVD set chronicling the legacy of the mighty Hart family, just from Stu Hart to Bret, Owen, the Hart Foundation, just amazing. So many goodies on here. I like how this one was put together too. Older WWE DVDs really were put together amazing. There's Stu, it's the Hart Foundation. Rest in peace, Brian Pillman and Owen, and Davey Boy. Wow. Yeah, this is really amazing set. If you're at all a fan of Bret Hart, Owen Hart, or the Hart family in general, this is definitely a must. You can learn a lot too from that one. Mick Foley, Hard Knocks and Cheap Pops. So many great moments from the one, the only Mick Foley. Very cool. A lot of his when he was the commissioner, the commish is on here. Really great moments. All these DVDs are pretty much amazing moments in history of wrestling. Shawn Michaels, The Showstopper, unreleased. This was a cool one. So many hidden matches on here. Really good matches. I don't think Shawn Michaels really even had a bad match. Some amazing stuff. This WWE unreleased line was really amazing. Alright. Hollywood Hulk Hogan, Hulk Still Rules. This is a definitive documentary on Hulk Hogan, the only one that was ever released. Everything else is pretty much just matches, but this is actually over 4 hours of bonus material. That's awesome. This is really awesome. This was a hard one to find. I actually found this at a record exchange. Very great find though. Hulk Still Rules. Much respect to Hulk Hogan's wrestling legacy. Same with these guys, Road Warriors, the life and death of the world's most dominating tag team in wrestling history. Damn right. So many great moments and matches. Oh, what a rush. They're both gone now. It's very sad. But their legacy will always live on in tag team wrestling. The Road Warriors were just an unbelievable team. Here's Raw 100, the top 100 moments in Raw history. I like this one. Has some pretty good shit in here. Remember all this stuff? Watching all this stuff. I'm not going to take that out, but you get the picture. It's really cool. Raw moments. Triple H, the game. They won the only. He's pretty much the man these days, even running WWE. He's the man, so. Really awesome DVD. Goes through his quad injury and his return to the ring. Very cool. Triple H has always been one of my favorites. Preferably when he had hair and a handlebar Lemmy mustache. The best of In Your House. Pay-per-view classics 1995 to 1999. This is one of my favorites as well because it has a lot of great Undertaker Austin matches on here. Bret Hart. Tried to thumb through this a little bit. Diesel, Shawn Michaels, Austin, Kane. Some amazing art on here. Can't go wrong with these old WWE releases. Now it's pretty much all about streaming and networking, but as I always say on this channel, physical media forever. We got the true story of the Royal Rumble. I actually just watched this. I enjoyed it. It was cool. They definitely left out a lot of moments, but nonetheless, it was a great set. Rest in peace to Pat Patterson, who actually came up with the concept of the Royal Rumble. Really cool seeing Pat talk. Yeah, this is an awesome set too. "'Cause Stone Cold said so." Yep. I used to have this on VHS back in the day when I was a kid, but when I was in Canada, of all places, I found this at a gas station in a bargain bin, so I'm like, shit. I remember watching this on VHS and loving it, so really cool to see transferred to DVD. A lot of great moments. Stone Cold's 96-97 reign of terror. He definitely changed the business, that's for sure. When you heard the glass, it's Vince's ass. Oh, this is a really sad one for me. The Eddie Guerrero story, cheating debt, stealing life. Yeah, this is an amazing chronicle of Eddie's career. And he was actually still alive when this was made. There's another one, Viva La Raza. When he died, that's his tribute to him. But this was actually when he was still alive. And of course, Chris Benoit's on all over this thing too, which is why it's kind of hard to find nowadays. But Chris and Eddie were so close, and everyone loved him, so really great set. He really had quite the life. He was in ECW, WCW, and WWE, AWA, all the Mexican stuff. Amazing wrestler. No one will ever do just moves like that guy did. He's just unbelievable. History of the Hardcore Championship. This one was cool. I like this one. Some brutal shit on here from the WWE Attitude days. WWF back then. I like how this one was put together too. See some goodies on there. Very cool. This was a really welcome DVD from WWE that I don't think really got much praise when it came out. But this is unreleased, never before seen matches from 86 to 95, and it's just packed to the gill with amazing rare matches. And I'm really glad they put this out. Like I said, this unreleased line is where it's at if you're a wrestling enthusiast and completist. So cool. Andre and Bobby the Brain, rest in peace. There's some really great stuff on here. Really amazing, rare stuff too. It's all rare. Highly recommend this. Unreleased. History of the Intercontinental Championship. This was a really awesome DVD. Pat Patterson started it all, first ever Intercontinental Champion. Mr. Perfect and Bret Hart. Man, what a match. Skimmed a little bit on here. Really awesome 3-set. I like these almost book binding releases from WWE. I have them all. Some awesome shit on here. It's classic wrestling. Excuse me. Here's some brutal shit. Bloodbath Wrestling's most incredible steel cages. Damn, man. Here's some great matches on here. Bret Hart versus Owen Hart from SummerSlam 94. Very underrated match. Great match. Of course, we got Jimmy Superfly Snuka flying off the cage. Started it all. Triple H versus Mankind. That was an amazing match from 97. Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit. What a match. Really awesome set. That one's getting kind of harder to find too. If you could find that, I'd snag it. Same as this one. NWO, Back in Black. This came out when the NWO did the invasion of WWE from WCW when Vince bought. Very cool. Oh, one of the saddest personal DVDs I would say would be Jake Roberts' Pick Your Poison. Jake the Snake Roberts goes through his troubled life all the way to stardom and fame. He's such an amazing person. I'd love to meet him. Some really great matches on here. The Honky Tonk Man when he blasts him in the head with the fucking guitar, that was actually really brutal because it really hurt him. But yeah, Jake the Snake Roberts, Pick Your Poison. I could listen to Jake Roberts talk all day. He's just got one of those voices. Amazing poet, amazing wrestler, good in-ring psychology. Even Mark Calloway said that he's one of the best in the business as far as in-ring psychology, figuring out the match. We go, one of the best talkers in the biz right here. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, baby. Unfortunately, this doesn't work. It's usually like, funky like a monkey. I've never seen a video where somebody shows this and the thing really even talks. Must have been pretty short-lived, but what a career. What amazing set for the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Such a milestone in wrestling history. This is just packed to the gill, and I love how it's packaged. Got some really good history. The son of a plumber. Such an amazing set, an absolute amazing set. A must-have if you're at all a fan of classic wrestling. Don't get no better than the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and Ric Flair, as far as I'm concerned. Best of the Saturday night's main event. This was a really cool set, aside from John Cena being on the cover. But yeah, this is a really great set. Some really great matches on here. I think when Andre wins the title from DiBiase for the first and only time is on here too. Really cool layout. This used to be an old Coliseum video release, but Undertaker, he buries them alive. I like this one a lot. Short and sweet, to the point. Undertaker comes back resurrected from SummerSlam 94 and just takes out everybody. Cool. I'm glad they re-put that out. I wish they'd put Paul Bearer's Hits from the Crypts out too. That was a really good Coliseum video one. RVD, the whole fucking show. Mr. Monday Night. One of a kind. Wow. I should have actually had this in my hardcore wrestling showing, because he had more of a career in ECW than anything. WWE really didn't treat him that great, I think, but he definitely was the king of ECW. Him and Sabu, rest in peace. It's amazing matches. It's a really cool set. So much respect for RVD. Probably one of the saddest. The triumph and tragedy of world-class championship wrestling, the story of the Von Erichs. I think this is probably one of the saddest wrestling DVDs you could ever think of, aside from like maybe Macho Man and Ultimate Warrior. There are many, but this one's really a tearjerker. They had so much going for them, and then just pretty much in a blink of an eye, it was all gone. Amazing, amazing DVD. The Freebird Michael Hayes, Terry Gordy, of course the great Von Erichs. Here's an awesome DVD. Chris Jericho breaking the code behind the walls, chronicling his entire career, aside from being in AEW now. This is back when he still was in WWE, obviously. But what a career. He's such an amazing wrestler, because he's got so many different areas to choose from his early days in Japan and Mexico, to ECW, hardcore style, to WCW, to WWE, now AEW. He's pretty much done it all. And he's also the singer of the great metal band Fozzy. But yeah, this is a great look at Chris Jericho's life. As is this one. The Shawn Michaels story, Heartbreak and Triumph. This is the definitive Shawn Michaels documentary as far as I'm concerned. This is better than My Journey, I think. Great documentary. Shawn Michaels is probably either the second or third best wrestler in my opinion, behind Ric Flair and Bret Hart. Ricky Steamboat, man, there's so many. It's unfair to say that, but he's definitely one of them. A real pioneer as well. Going to WCW. The Rise and Fall of WCW. It's a good DVD, but, you know, it's produced by WWE, so of course they're going to make WCW seem like it's, you know, the Nazis of wrestling. And maybe that was true in some parts, but there really were some great moments in WCW wrestling history. They do elaborate on some of those. Really cool layout on this. Awesome. I love these 3-discers. They were just the best. Just loaded with matches and information. Oh yeah, man. The greatest stars of the 80s. A little chipped up there. highly recommended for fans of old school wrestling from the 80s. They're all on here. Really cool layout too. I like this material. Kind of a sad DVD because a lot of these guys are gone now. But what an amazing set. Prelude to Attitude, best of 1996. This one was cool. I think it could have been a lot longer though. The Birth of Stone Cold Austin 316 born, yep. You could forget that. There are some badass moments on here. Like I said, I think it could have been a 3-discer though. I think this is when WWE started going to more 2 discs. Now I just talked about Saddest. This is up there too. Owen Heart of Gold. Really great DVD. I'm so glad he got his own DVD. Deserves it more than so many great moments. I will never forget that Over the Edge. I wasn't watching it on pay-per-view, but I remember the next night on Raw when they all had the superstars had the tribute to Owen Hart, and it was such a sad broadcast. But he really brought a lot of smiles. And he was so good in the ring. Like, he was just an unbelievable wrestler. Great human being. Rest in peace, Owen Hart. The Twisted, Disturbing Life of Kane. Yeah, man, this was a badass one. It's about time the Big Red Machine gets his own DVD. First contributions to the business. This is really cool. I like how this is put together as well. Kane's one of my favorites. Of course, the brother of The Undertaker. Oh man, this is a great... The Roddy Piper story, Born to Controversy. You ain't kidding. He was the best. One of the best talkers. Maybe not the best wrestler, but man, he could fight. He could put on a fight. Oh god, the Jimmy Superfly coconut. We all remember that shit. Really good movie star too. I love John Carpenter's They Live and Hell Comes to Frogtown. Roddy Piper was amazing. This is a really cool set as well. The ladder match. Focus. Yeah, this is a really good one. Really brutal shit on here. There's actually a really rare match between Jeff Hardy and The Undertaker, and you know Undertaker, there's Chris Benoit. There's no Undertaker's really not known for being in ladder matches, but him and Jeff Hardy put on a great show. But yeah, this is a really great set. One of my favorites. I love just throwing that one on for shits and giggles. That one's great. Kind of bare bones DVD, but History of WrestleMania 85 to 93. I think it's hosted by Gorilla Monsoon. Oh, this is a wrestling history lesson right here. American Wrestling Association, AWA. What can you say, man? So many amazing legends spawned. Unbelievable. The match listings and moments on here are just unbelievable. Definitely one of my favorites to own. You got Mick Foley, Greatest Hits and Misses, A Life in Wrestling. So many amazingly brutal matches that took years off his life. Such an amazing human being. So many great contributions to wrestling, hardcore wrestling, and just wrestling in general. Really great set. The best of WWE at Madison Square Garden. Triple H's return. I remember that from his quad injury. Great moment. There's so many good matches on here. MSG being the mecca of sports entertainment. Fit WWE like a glove back in the day. So many great moments. The Bruno Sammartino on the cover, hell yeah. Top 50 superstars of all time. This was a really cool DVD. I don't know if I agree with the ranking on some of these, but for the most part, it's actually really good. Chronicle of some amazing wrestlers. I think you could have thrown a lot more people on there, but some amazing set. Got some great ones just to throw on. "20 Years Too Soon," Superstar Billy Graham story. What a story. And rest in peace, brother. He had quite the life, though, and he definitely was a pioneer in professional wrestling. Vince McMahon Sr. saw a lot in him as well, rightfully so. The Story of Edge, You Think You Know Me? This is an awesome DVD. This is before Edge went to AWA. Or not AWA, AEW, I'm sorry. Backtrack there. But yeah, some of these great matches and moments from Edge's career in WWE. Good personality. Seems like a really great guy. That sex scene with him and Lita, wow, it was like one of the highest rated Raw shows ever. Remember watching that. I can't believe they went as far as they did. But yeah, he's a great wrestler, Edge. But I think this is a kind of a underrated DVD as well in their canon, showcasing the true giants. And I've always really liked this one as well. Bruno Sammartino and Andre the Giant. Yeah, this is awesome. Showcasing some really great big man of wrestling that I don't think get the accolades they deserve. Gorilla Monsoon. 3-discer. Really great. Getting down to the nitty gritty. Got 3 more here. Good to Be King, the Jerry Lawler story. Most people know him as a commentator, but man, if you do your homework, you'll see that he was one of the greatest accomplished wrestlers in history, and he's accomplished so much in his career, along with being a good commentator. But man, like his wrestling accolades are just unbelievable, and it's a really good look at Jerry Lawler, the man behind the myth and legend. So great moments. The Kiss My Foot match with Bret Hart. Then we got 2 more here. The Legacy of Stone Cold Steve Austin. This is a really great set. The Texas Rattlesnake tells it all. Tells it like it is. Great layout. Chronicles his entire career up to his last match with Rock at WrestleMania. There'll never be another Stone Cold Steve Austin ever. He's just forever the best. Brought in the most revenue for the business, turned most people's heads, brought me back into wrestling because I got I love the Attitude Era. And none of these were in particular order, but this is one of my favorites as well. Greatest Rivalries. Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart. What a feud, what a story, what a legacy. This is a great documentary. Jim Ross just sits down with those two and just they hash it out. And this is the way DVDs should be done, like just really simple, down to the point, not taking any sides and letting them figure it out, what went wrong, their friendship, their rivalry, competitive nature, and eventually their redemption, because they're friends now. Well, sort of, I guess. I don't know if you want to believe that. I know Bret Hart is still salty about a lot of things from '97, but be that as it may, this is a really great closing of that chapter. Greatest rivalries, Shawn and Bret. Alright, the Monday Night War. Now, if you were at all a fan of the Monday Night War days, WCW and WWF, I don't know what to tell you, because this was the greatest time to be a wrestling fan, in my opinion. So many great matches, so many great moments. They all tried to up one another. Eric Bischoff was a total bastard, giving away results of WWF, and they both taking pop shots at each other. And eventually, Vince wins the whole fucking thing, man. He buys WCW. It was never the same after that. I think when WWF was in competition is when they performed the best. And the Monday Night War is a testament to that. One of my favorite DVDs of all time. I just love throwing this one on. And the last one I have for this showing, there'll probably be one more video after this, but gotta end it with the man. Started with the man, gotta end it with the man. The Ultimate Ric Flair Collection. Got a little damage up there as I was taking the slip, but that sucks. Nonetheless, this is an amazing journey of the greatest wrestler that ever lived, in my opinion. Absolutely unbelievable set. To be the man, you gotta beat the man. Woo! That was a weak one, but I have a cold. So many amazing moments on here. This thing is just loaded. If memory serves me right, this was the first WWE DVD that was just stacked to the hilt in 3-discer. Rightfully so. I can't think of a better superstar to have it on. So many amazing moments. His matches with Ricky Steamboat are just total wrestling clinics. The Terry Funk feud was great. Of course, talks about the infamous plane crash. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable set. WWF days. Ric Flair versus Triple H. Yep. Remember that? Never were seen post-show. Yep, that's right. Amazing set. Absolutely amazing set. Amazing human being. I hope he sticks around for a while, because that's going to be one of the saddest days in wrestling when he goes, but I don't want to think about that. So many amazing matches and moments from Ric's career. Alright, well, that was my wrestling collection. Part 4, I think. Who's keeping track? But I will be back with one more wrestling video of documentaries. I'll give you a little sneak peek. Just got those yet, so it should be a shorter video. But I'm having fun doing these and reliving some of these. Yeah, so if you're at all a wrestling fan, I appreciate you watching, and hope you enjoy. Later.